What are you doing tonight? How's the food? Ooh, man, I'm over here just full. Man, wanted to go to sleep. But no, welcome everyone to tonight's 2026 Indian Education graduation of Woodland. Can I get a big oh? Round of applause. Yeah, you can do round of applause too if you want. Yeah, give a round of applause. No, it's definitely a special evening. I'm really glad to be here. My name is Mike Duncan. I did the opening prayer for the ones that weren't over there though. Just introducing myself again. I am the executive director of Native Dads Network, and we're standing in front of this beautiful mural, man. I just wanted to take one quick second, just tell you a little history of this mural and why we do it here in front of this right here. And you see, it's actually perfectly set too, because around this time of night, the sunset, the sun sets back over here and gives you all the shade. But when we originally did this back in, shoot, how long ago was it? 2022. It was really special, and as my kids graduated from Love Duncan, raise your hand. Yeah. So she graduated from Woodland High, and she was actually the first student, that did the land acknowledgement in the district. So that was pretty powerful. And that same year, we decided to do a mural and working with the board trustees and also working with Christina Lambie and our parent chair, Joshina Clough. We formed this American Indian Parent Committee here in Woodland, and we decided to do a mural, and everything has been working out great. And the idea of this mural was being that I thought that was important at the time, and it's still important now. And this is why I'm honored to share this, is because of again the lack of representation of Native American people or people in this district. And it really came was when I went to send my children to a program where when they were struggling. They didn't have an Indian education program, and I come from Sacramento, where the Indian education program is really large over there. And so, of course, I asked my kids if they could start one, but there wasn't really they didn't have the resources or the support they needed in the district at that time, to create something for them and for the other Native students in Woodland High. And so, of course, like a parent that on a mission, right? We said, hey, no, it's not going to happen. Let's make some noise and see what happens. And so we riled up the parents in the first few months, and we had about 30 parents at the district office. And then what happened? COVID. And we like, oh, COVID. What the heck? And shut everything down, but we still kind of met virtually. And through that work, we were able to create all the stuff that we have today. And the idea of it is, again, so our kids don't go without in this district, that they have the support, they have the cultural education, they have the representation, so they can be who they want to be. And I remember being a young kid in school and young kid. I'm not going to age myself, but I will say it was a long time ago. That's how Indians tell stories. But but it was like in part it was like I didn't have the support. I didn't have the resources needed to be successful as a young kid. And so I didn't want my kids to have that, not to have those resources. And so I'm a doer, and so I make things happen. And so, as we go on for future generations, this is about again your kids, developing these things so they have something in the future when we're no longer here on Earth. You know what I mean? And so it's again your participation, you showing up for your kids tonight, you sharing with other people, and makes it a very great, awesome, beautiful night. And again, I just want to say to the Woodland Unified School District, you guys made this happen for us. So I want to give you guys a round of applause too. Absolutely, can't do it without them. And it's been I'm gonna say it's been easy, but they made things happen for us, and they still continue making things happen for us, and we're still here, and so we're gonna continue doing these year to year, and so we need you guys' support. Like again, like I shared earlier, 506 forums. If you know other Native families, man, invite them over. We do workshops over here. Look for the flyers. Attend. We got parent committee meetings. Attend. We need your support. And that's how we're going to continue to grow. That's how we're going to continue to have robust programming. And again, and hear your feedback. Right, tell us what you want for us to have here, so that way we could provide program for your kids in the district. So I'm going to bring up Joshina Clough and Christina Lambie, and they're going to take it from here. And I appreciate you giving me the time. Oh, we'll give their. We got two mics. We're professionals
Oh
now.
my gosh, so sophisticated. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Ayakui, Niknao Joshina Clough. Hello, my name is Joshina Clough, and I'm the chair for the American Indian Parent Committee for Woodland Joint Unified School District. I'm so happy to see all your faces and all the attendance with this, and we appreciate the board support so much. It's so meaningful for us, and it's how we're able to have all of our programming and everything that we do. Thank you.
I'm going to use the second mic. I'm Christina Lambie. I'm the Executive Director of Teaching and Learning. Have had the opportunity to work with Mike Duncan and Joshina Clough over the last several years as a district liaison to the American Indian Parent Committee. We're so grateful that all of you are here tonight. We love being able to celebrate our students and the work that they've accomplished this year, and looking forward to great futures. So I think without further ado, we'll get started. First, we have Bodie Britton coming up to say the land acknowledgement.
You can have my microphone.
Hi, I'm Bodie. Before I do the land acknowledgement, I'm about to do my introduction in my native language. Nasong Shekeye Bodie Brin Shagoshe Kinte Tobe Siong Walaki Yuki Isketa. Nashones Gyong Ush Nethong Nashong Nahanula Gyong Natil. Which translates to hello my relatives, my name is Bodie Brin, and I'm from the Round Valley Indian Reservation, and my tribes are Wailaki and Yuki. It's good that I'm here, and thank you all for coming here. We should take a moment to acknowledge the land on which we are gathered for thousands of years. This land has been the home of the Patwin people. Today, there are three federally recognized tribes. Kachil Dehi Band of the Wintun Indians of the Calusa Indian Community, Glesil De Wintun Nation, and the Yache Dehe Wintun Nation. The Patwin people have remained committed to the stewardship of this land over many centuries. It has been cherished and protected as elders have instructed the young through generations. We are honored and grateful to be here today on their traditional land. That's all. Oh,
Thank you very much. Let me stand over here. Thank you, Bodie. Now I'd like to call up our board president, Noel Rodriguez, to say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight in support of our students who are promoting and graduating. It's great that we have such a fine evening to be able to celebrate everyone. I'd like to thank everyone involved in making this ceremony happen this evening, including the American Indian Parent Committee and the Native Dads Network for their support. I also want to thank our superintendent, Elodia Ortega Lampkin, for being here, and our executive director of teaching and learning, Christina Lambie, for all the work that you've done over the years. Lori Carrillo, I know you're somewhere out there, and I know we have our other staff, all our other staff who've worked on this ceremony. I'd also like to thank our trustees that are here tonight. I think we have one, just making sure. Our Vice President, Laura Brubaker, is here tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight. Promoting. The first ceremony was in 2023, so this is the fourth year of this beautiful ceremony. Next year will be our fifth anniversary, but let's hear it for our fourth year. Very exciting. So over the last several years, we have honored approximately 20 seniors. And this ceremony helps us meet two priorities of our Title VI Indian education program, which are to increase knowledge of cultural identity and awareness and increase career readiness skills. once again, we are grateful for the support of the Native Dads Network and Yosha Dihi Winton Nation, who are providing grant funds to support our cultural programming. And we should not forget that the efforts that it took to create this ceremony in the beginning, we really had to work hard to figure out how we would make the ceremony work. And although we had our challenges, together we were able to accomplish not only the creation of a beautiful ceremony, but also deliver on the district's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion for all our students. So as we come together this evening in community, I just want to leave you with a Mayan greeting, in Lak Ek. You are my other me. If I do damage to you, I do damage to myself. If I love and respect you, I love and respect myself. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to move on to the part where we recognize the students. We're going to start with the 6th and the 8th graders, and I'm going to call up Bradley Chrysler to do the address for the 6th graders and the 8th graders. And then we'll call the students up.
All right. Sorry, I was in the process of editing this with my students all my business day, trying to make sure my seniors are passing. So, been trying to edit this throughout today. But so, good evening in Adami Odaga, in my Blackfoot language. So, thank you to everyone for being here to support our promoting 6th and 8th graders and graduating seniors. Without the support of family and community, whether it be a combination of parents or guardians, siblings, grandparents, cousins, aunts and uncles, friends, teachers, or even people that we even read about, we would not be where we are right now at this very moment, at this ceremony. At the end of the day, our accomplishments are representative of our literal, figurative blood, sweat, and tears, but those would not be made possible without the existence of community. At times, we can be overwhelmed on this journey of life. Make sure to take those moments to slow down and acknowledge all of those people that helped you become the person you are. While you should be proud of what you have accomplished thus far, all the hard work that you put in, you should give thanks to the people around you that help support you along the way. Community is what makes us all stronger, and without it, this is what will truly make us fall apart. So now, you are about to embark on your second half of your K through 12 journey, middle school and high school. In many ways, elementary school and middle school has prepared you for the responsibility you will need to exude when you start your first day of 7th grade and your freshman year. A lot of the lessons you've learned over the past 2 years, and even the kindergarten through 6th grade, have always been the most fun. Going through many trials and tribulations, but those struggles can be some of the most enlightening experiences that life can offer us. Embrace those times when it felt like you'd never figured out. This is how we learn. And you don't have to do it alone. Always remember that you have your community to turn to. These next 4 to 6 years, and I'd be lying to say to you, we won't have some rough patches. That's just a natural course of life. When those rough patches do arrive, refer back to all of the lessons you've learned and turn to the people who care about you. This even includes your teachers. You'll be surprised by the new friendships you will form over those years throughout middle school and high school. Me, as a high school teacher, this has been very true of students not realizing at first that I was not only there to support them academically, but also emotionally. Flipping those roles around, you'd be surprised what impact you will have on your teachers. As you will have from time to time, as a teacher, we have those rough days too, and you have no idea how many students have helped me get through them and inspire me. Every single one of you has the capability of making that positive impact on others, expanding that safety net of community. So while it's important to be open-minded and welcoming to new ideas to critically think about in your middle school and high school years, please don't let anyone diminish and take away your indigenous identity. Hold this dearly and carry it proudly. For so long, we've been pushed to the wayside and forced to assimilate and made to feel ashamed of who we are. representation within our schools is slowly growing, but it is a work in progress. Be proud to share who you are and listen to others as to who they are so we can continue building upon this interconnectedness as humans. Don't be afraid to share your indigenous customs, whether it be through culinary practices, your language, ceremonies, the history of your people, or simply just the stories passed down in your family. Every single one of you has a role to play in vamping indigenous representation. When we put our voices together, we are that much stronger. So never forget who you are. Be true to yourself. Being true to yourself will be one of the key factors in the success of your future. Be proud to be Native. Be proud to say your tribe. Be proud to speak your language. Be proud to be you. I want to leave you with a quote from one of the Blackfoot teachings, which is universal across many tribes. Quote, "The great virtues of our people are bravery, generosity, and respect. All three words applied to your lives, it can not only make the biggest difference in your development, but if we're all being brave, being generous, and being respectful, think of how much more beautiful this world can be for all of us. These are not just to recite, but a way of life. As long as you're being the best possible person you can be, you will be setting up yourself and others for the best possible outcome of success. With middle school and high school beating for you, it is time to continue refining those skills and keep that curiosity alive. Don't ever settle for anything in life. You all deserve the best. Thank you. In Inyadagi.
Thank you very much. Okay, it's time to call up our sixth grader who is promoting to middle school, Grace. Will you come up, Grace Belong? Oh, okay. Well, big hand of applause for Grace. Okay, we'll move to the eighth graders then. Eighth graders promoting to high school. How about Ray Carino? Yes.
Here you go.
Woohoo. Thank you. Will you stay up here until? Okay, and then we have one more. Rembrandt Chrysler. Come on up. Okay, let's give a round of applause to our eighth graders. Okay, moving on to our, yes, great. Our 12th graders now. We're going to start out with the address to the graduating seniors by Maria Elena Pulido Sepulveda.
Aninde Matuhu Maria Elena Nukshiburo. Good evening. My name is Maria Elena. I am the daughter of the donkey. I am descendant from Kashkan and Yanyu people. And I'm going to go ahead and start this off with a poem. And sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you set down on them steps, 'cause you find it's kinder hard. Don't you fall now, for I still going, honey. I still climbing, and like for me, ain't been no crystal stair, mother to son, Langston Hughes. Your future lies ahead of you, full of possibilities and challenges, experiences and then expectations. You will face temptations just as if you have in these past 4 years. But remember two things. One, you have a community. Two, someone in that community has made choices, good and bad, before you. Lean on them and learn from them. Your community has invested in you for years. Now, even at times, it felt like friends and family did not. You walking the stage next week is a return on that investment. The return does not end there. Keep your community in mind as you go out to impact the next 7 generations. While the previous 7 generations hold you up when the world gets heavy, no matter how weak, no matter how bold, to be somebody should be your goal. Frank Withrow, to be somebody. Congratulations, class of 2026. Be dedicated, be committed, be in community. You are the red future.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all of our speakers this evening. We're going to get started with the 12th graders. If we could have our 2 board members come up to shake hands as we call their names. And we'll have the students come up. We'll give you your certificates, and then afterwards we'll have a blanket ceremony. So if you'll come up and stay, and then we'll do the rest. Okay, so our first senior is Jasmine. Is Jasmine here? Jasmine Belong? Okay. Bodie Britton, come on up. Okay. Yes, please stay here. Zoe Bird. Mateo Gallegos. And Jonathan Polanco. Okay, let's give another round of applause to our 4 graduating seniors. Yeah. And I'm going to turn it over to Mike and Joshina.
Thank you. Yes, can we please have whichever family members would like to blanket your students come up, and we'll go ahead and do the blanket ceremony next. So if you want to come up and have that honor for your student. Go ahead and pick your blankets, guys.
All right, so we're going to ask our students to stand over here, more towards the center of the mural.
Do you guys want
You
to
guys sliding over a little bit?
Yeah.
Do you guys mind sliding over? Yeah. Your parents are the ones going to wrap you with your blanket. Oh, or family member. So one of the beautiful recognitions for Native people is the offering of a blanket. And one of the things, like, life is about chapters, and this is just one chapter, in your life, to receive a blanket for all the hard work and sacrifices that you made to get here. But welcome to the real world. Right? Yeah. Right, parents? Right? Welcome to the real world. Now it's time, right? to go venture off into the next part of your life, and that's what we want to wish, and is to do the ceremony. And this is a ceremony in the way that I was taught. When we open up with prayer, we invite the spirits in from this place, and then we rap, we sing, and we pray, we all these things. Then this is ceremony, and again, and so I'm gonna ask my daughter to come up with me. Again, she was part of the first class of students that got for the Indian education program, and so I'm glad she's here with me. But now she's an employee, so now I get to yell at her at work too. So we're gonna sing this protection song, and again, what we're gonna ask is when we sing this song to just pray in your way. Pray for these kids' future. Let their future be long, and let them have good lives, and let them have happiness and goodness in their heart and their spirit. That this is a beautiful time. This is when we celebrate them, but this is just the beginning of your life. And again, what we want for all of you is to know that we appreciate you. We we want the best for you. We want you to have long lives. We want you to reach your goals. We want you to feel safe. We want you to feel protected in this world, which ain't always easy being native. But today we're going to pray for you, and we're going to hope for the best for you, and we know you're going to do great things on your journey. Ooh. Ask that we want a group picture, and that we could have maybe even the other promoting students come up, and then we could take a group picture. The other promoting. and just like sit around, take pictures too. Again, that's quite totally fine. For my camera. Yeah, can we have the board one, the board up there too as well? No, I'm good. Yes. Oh shoot. I'm sorry. I'm scared. All right. I think we did it, guys. Can we get one more round of applause for this year's 2026 graduates and promotees? We are proud of you. We are proud of you. So as we get ready to close, like I said, I don't know if we really have a closing, but I will say that you guys are more than welcome to hang around, take pictures around the mural. This is what it was designed for. But thank you again for coming tonight, being part of this year's graduation. Oh.